Hey everybody, welcome back to Dawncaster. The creatures of night have fallen asleep and the heroes of dawn have risen. It is time for us once again to play with the weekly challenge. And this time it's called Assassination. So prepare yourselves. We're going to have some fun today. Hey folks, how are you doing? Definitely it is really cool to be back to Dawncaster, of course, with our weekly challenge, which is always a new one every day. I would say roughly around 11 p.m. in the morning on Thursdays. That's usually when the new weekly challenge comes out, which is perfect for TCG Thursdays. And of course, I hope you are loving our new Poyo artist designed thumbnail, which is of Tactical Card Game Thursdays or Tactical Card Game, something like that. But anyway, if you want to know what that looks like, check out the description if you're visually impaired. Otherwise, enjoy the goodness of it if you are using your visual faculties. But yes, it is really good to be back here to Tactical Game Thursdays and playing a little bit of fun. We're playing a little bit of card fun. Almost time for the weekend. I am looking forward to some cool stuff. Me and Queen Angel are going to have some nice little pizza date night tomorrow. We've been very frugal this week. Well, I haven't been that frugal. I bought myself some weights, so I'm looking to get into better shape. You know, it's the time of the year where it's starting to cool down a little bit. It's time for yours truly to start working out a lot more. So I bought some free weights. I'm very happy about that. They're going to be coming next week. I'm super excited. Also had some good time searching with a friend, looking for some furniture at the local furniture store. The person was looking for some cool stuff for their office. And me and Queen Angel did a little relaxing, browsing around and looking at some really cool furniture options for our respective abodes. I found the word. Well, anyway, thank you for coming back to Dawncaster. And I definitely want to thank the developer for doing a fantastic job as always. There is a new update, and the new update adds really wonderful, new, dangerous, and ugly malignancies. So malignancies are kind of like things that happen to you during challenges, and they are quite challenging. So that's going to be really fun. Not to mention, the developer's done some optimization of the game, has gone in there, is going to add some new cards, and of course it does know about some of the voiceover little glitches and bugs. This developer always fixes everything. It just takes them a little bit of time. So please be patient. And of course, don't forget to join their Discord, rate the game 5 stars in the App Store, and of course, put my playlist, Cozy Gaming with Mike, on loop and watch all my videos as many times as your little happy hands can watch it. And your little happy ears and all the other thing in between. Anyway, I'm just rehydrating myself. It's still a little warm here in Midtown Dawncaster. And yeah, Midtown Shattered Realm, a bit warm. So I am trying to keep my place aerated and ventilated and air conditioned, though it's a little bit more expensive to do so during the summer, but you know how that goes. And if you're looking for a way to support me, you can find my PayPal in the description. Feel free to add your funds to get us closer to our launch of membership and to our computer RPG playlist, which will be coming probably sometime next year. But we need to get prepared, and what I'd like to get prepared with is 500 subscribers. So one of the things you can do to my channel, in addition to watching my playlist on loop, is subscribing and making sure that we get to 500 subscribers, which will allow us to open up a membership, which will allow me to do the content that I like, when I like it, how I like it, where I like it, which is my motto. But anyway, that's our intro. We're going to get into gameplay here. Let's read the Assassination rules, check out the malignancies, and get into a little bit of gameplay for about 45 minutes or
Rewards.
So, maybe less.
Daily 2 times bounties. Leaderboards. Run history in the weekly challenge.
Let's check our bounties real quick and
Bounties.
see if we can switch
Reroll.
any.
Hardships conquered.
Hardships means you have to play the game on a much more difficult
Reroll.
difficulty
Hardships
setting.
conquered. Reroll. Buy in bulk.
Buy in bulk, you need to have 10 items of the same type in your deck. That's really hard
Close
to
bounty
pull
screen.
off.
Call to arms rogue. Survive the final encounter on any difficulty as a rogue.
And that's self-explanatory. You need to beat the game on Rogue. We are going to be playing the rogue today, so I'm going to keep that one on. But what I'm going to do is re-roll the buy
Close
in
bounty
bulk.
screen. Reroll. Buy in bulk. Close bounty screen. Reroll. Buy in bulk. Reroll. Hardships conquered. Reroll. Buy in bulk.
I'm going to re-roll that. Hopefully we get something
Call to
really
arms. Close bounty
better.
screen. Close bounty screen. Call to arms rogue. Survive the final hardships conquered. Win a run of troop discipline. Gain 20 or more focus in a single combat.
That doesn't work for us because rogues don't use focus like that for the most part, unless you're doing some kind of weird hybrid paladin build or holy rogue build, which I've never found to be very effective. Okay, so we don't really have a lot of good. We don't have a lot
Troop
of
discipline. Hardships
good
conquered. Win call to arms rogue. Close bounty screen. Bounties.
bounties to utilize today. All right, let's go ahead and get started.
Letterboards. Codex. News and updates. Join the Discord server. Settings button. Your fat assured amount. Your fat assured amount. 9,925. Press for more info.
We are so close to 10,000
Settings button.
points, fate shards, so that's really cool. I really wish we'd get some new things to buy.
Join the Discord server. News and updates. Codex. Letterboards. Run history and the weekly challenge. Return to main menu.
Okay, let's get
Return to main open side menu.
Big shout out to My Noise giving us our dungeon library music. A little bit of singing in the background. Always good. My Noise, my partner 2025. If you are looking for something to use in your office setting to quiet that loud neighbor who's farting and breaking wind next to you, or if you're trying to get rid of the humdrum sound of your refrigerator at night, put some headphones on and log into My Noise, which will take away all that drudgery and bring you some serenity and paradise. For an incredibly low price, you can also get a full membership into My Noise, one-time charge, usually very inexpensive. Look for it on sale, and you can get all the My Noise you can handle, thousands and thousands of sounds and sound effects to make your life incredible. Definitely pick up
Weekly
My
trial.
Noise.
Leaderboard. Archives. Assassin for hire.
Okay, it's called Assassin for Hire. Let's go ahead and start it.
Start weekly challenge. Cancel. Assassin for hire. Hard times have fallen on the realm. Fortunately, the Emporium has an offer you can't refuse. Take out the opposition, and they will grant you special access to Julia's inventory at a discount. Who can scrape by and murder their way to enough power to emerge victorious?
That
Starting
is the
setup.
intro.
Class.
We're
Rogue.
going to get
Starting card.
Rogue.
Assassinate.
Assassinate. I haven't learned to use it very effectively. I'm going to see if I can
Weapon.
this game.
Daggers.
Daggers are really cool. They
Weapon
do a lot
power.
of damage.
Stealthy weapon.
Stealthy weapon, you stun them and you take a potion, so very effective. You have a very effective start, but what starts to happen is you don't have a lot of health, so you do have to take a lot of offsets. And yeah, it's a little tough. You do have to rely a lot on
Minimum game
evasion.
version. 1.15. Minimum game version. 1.5 previous. 0 setups 1 of 2. Next. Start challenge.
Let's start. The other option is the hunter, but I played it. It was okay. It was powerful, but I
Selected
didn't
portrait.
quite like
Rogue
it.
portrait. Description. Next portrait. Set list view. Start game. Start weekly challenge. Press to continue. Press to continue.
All right. We are good to go. Let's see where they put us.
Simplicity 10%. Active. Card rewards only offer common rewards. Can't be combined with boundless spoils.
All right, let's talk about the things that hurt you, the weird malignancies. So we have simplicity.
Disenchantment 10%. Simplicity 10%. Active. Card rewards only offer common rewards. Can't be combined with boundless spoils.
We only get card rewards or only common cards, so that's really weak, which means we're not going to have very strong card options, which means we're going to have to spend our money to upgrade those cards or hope we get
Disenchantment 10%. Active. You cannot imbue cards.
Okay, this is really bad. This means you cannot imbue cards, so you can't make your decks smaller and sleeker and therefore more efficient. So that's going to suck really, really bad. But that's okay. You can still upgrade your cards. To me, the hardest malignancies are the ones where you can't upgrade your weapons. Upgrading your weapons, to me, is the one thing I do enjoy doing. It's expensive.
Scarcity 40%. Active. Non-elite enemies no longer offer card rewards. Can't be combined with needy. Boundless spoils.
Here's another really hard malignancy. Scarcity. Your regular enemies you defeat, like a creeping snake or a bunny rabbit or something, they don't give you anything. The only things you get are from bosses, so that sucks. Again, so yeah, I do believe you get stuff from mini bosses, but I'm not. Don't quote me. Anyway, there's only 2 hours left in this challenge today. So the good thing is later today I'll be able to do the new weekly trial. It's always fun. I look forward to it every
The long way around.
Thursday.
5 periods. Survive the journey and find your way to bribe people to join the militia.
Okay, I think we're doing the basic.
The long way around. 5 periods. Julie Heroes rest. The old wooden wheels creak as the carriage comes to an abrupt halt. The driver lets the worn rein slide from his fingers while the hook. Continue.
We're going to do the graveyard. I do like the graveyard. It has a lot of nice little
Driver,
treasures.
this is as far as I'll take. The dead? The Gilded Summit. Where do I go? I can handle myself. You gain 15 gold. Driver, the lead. Exploration. Player gold 35. Player gold 35.
Hopefully we get some goodies today. The good thing about Heroes Rest Cemetery is it has a lot of rewards, a lot of buried treasure. Nothing's really too hard to beat. The only problem is the boss and mini boss do hit like a truck, so you do have to be careful. I also like the Heroes Rest Cemetery because I don't have to maintain guarding a caravan, and I don't have to do anything.
Player health 90. Show deck. Cards currently in deck 11.
We're starting off with 11 cards in our deck. We have a health of 90. And let's check and see if we have any kind of area
Use weapon power stealth
conditions.
character info. Fresh grave, a rather opportunity treasure. Campsite, a brief respite from area status. Disturbed graves. Undead in the area gain 1 anger for every grave you disturbed.
Okay, nothing unusual. Every time you disturb a grave, which means you're looking for treasure, the enemies will have 1 anger. And that keeps building up. So be cautious. Try to make sure you don't undig graves unnecessarily, but my rule is get everything. I'm a greedy little treasure seeker, so I like to get everything I can possibly get. Yeah, Luther and me are big fans of treasure, right, Luther? I don't know where Luther is. Luther, are you hiding around here somewhere? Luther is... I don't know where he is. Luther? You know what? I think he is in my drawer. Luther is hiding today. He is definitely hiding. Baby goat, are you even here? Is anybody here today? Maybe everybody's on vacation. Everybody's at, oh, JoJo's here. Everybody's at the beach today. There's baby goat. The baby goat's here. Oh, there is something. Room Duck is here. Let's put you over there. I don't know where everybody is today. Everybody is hiding today.
For the last time, no.
Yeah, everybody is hiding today. Nobody wants to hang out with me today. All right. Anyway, I'll find Luther. He's around here somewhere.
Settings. Area status. Campsite, a brief respite from the perils of Advent. Opportunity. Fresh grave, a rather unremarkable gravestone.
Okay, so the thing about the gravestones are whenever you dig in them, all your enemies get +1 to anger, which means all their physical attacks do +1 more damage. That includes range physical attacks and melee physical attacks. I don't think that affects magic. So the thing is, what I like to do is I look through every grave, but I try to be careful. Here's another bad thing. When you build up anger, you make the mini boss and the last boss really strong. So if you can take them out early, that's advised, before you start digging up all the graves. If you're smart, you'll save all the graves. But there's a certain point where you can't. You have to dig through your graves in order to unlock the next sections of the
Area
zone.
status. Settings. Area status. Campsite, a brief opportunity treasure. Fresh grave, a rather opportunity treasure. Traps or treachery await.
Of course, opportunities and treasures are very much paramount. You want to look through every last one of those. It's even worth getting a crappy one because the benefits outweigh the detriments.
Fresh grave, opportunity treasure. Cloaked stranger hakes cloaked stranger hakes over here. A voice calls out from the dark. As you approach, you see a traveler wearing a black cloak standing in the shadows.
Okay, this guy I can get rid of a card I don't need.
Continue. Cloaked stranger, I was robbed. The figure exclaims. Who robbed you? Give 10 gold. Give a card. Select card. Assassinate.
Let's give him a block.
Deck block. Neutral 1. Game card removed. Card
Let's get rid
removed.
of block.
Cloaked stranger, thank you, fellow traveler. I now have thing again.
My noise has gotten a little quiet. Let me turn up my noise. Give me 1 second.
Live for app switcher.
It's a little
Dawncaster.
quiet.
Active.
Give me
My
1
noise.
second.
Active.
I'm going to turn my noise up a little bit.
This generator has been optimized for timer. Multi. Button. Animate. Button. Animate. Button. Multi. Timer. This generator has been equalizer up. Button. Equalizer up.
There we go.
App switcher. Dawncaster. Active. App store. Dawncaster. Active. Cloak stranger, thank you, fellow
Yeah, I
Dawncaster. Game
like
overlay
my
new mod.
noise a
Game
little
mode. On.
loud.
Button.
It's very relaxing to me.
Dawncaster. Delete.
Okay, I got rid
Settings.
of
Area
block.
status. Disturbed graves. Undead in the area gain 1 anger for every grave you disturbed. Settings. Area
Alright.
status. Campsite a brief respite. Fresh grave a rather opportunity treasure. Traps or treachery await.
There we go.
Opportunity treasure. Purple
Opportunity
berries. You make your way deeper into the
number
purple berries. You make your way deeper into the woods and stumble upon a bush spotted with large, plump purple berries.
Okay, if you eat the purple berries, it will get rid of a card you don't want. So I like to get rid of my blocks because it doesn't really matter. We're not going to live
Eat the
that
berries.
long anyway.
Purple berries. You make your way. Eat the berry. Leave. Eat the berries. Purple berries.
Let's eat
The
the
overwhelming
berries.
sensation of sweetness seems to somehow sharpen your mind and allows you to remove an unwanted card from your deck.
There we go. We
Continue.
Our second block.
Select card. Assassinate. Block. Neutral. Card removed. Card removed. Block. Exploration. Settings. Area status. Disturbed
That
graves.
brings our-
Undead in the area gain 1 anger for every grave you disturbed.
Sorry, I can't control voiceover in certain games. That brings our card deck down to 9, including the healing potion, which is a consumable. So our card deck is actually 8. Now, I don't suggest that you use your healing potion. You want to save that for freeing the animal from the trap because that increases your healing. I'm not saying you're likely to get healing on a rogue, but if you do, you're going to want to have that. Also, don't forget, whenever you increase your healing, all healing effects are increased
Settings.
for the most part.
Settings. Area status. Opportunity. Fresh grave a rather unremarkable gravestone.
Oh, cool, cool. We got 2 more opportunities, and we have the gravestone. Let's take both of the opportunities if we can. An advantageous talent to take is the one that makes sure that opportunities do not disappear. One of the worst things about opportunities are that they do disappear if you don't take
Opportunity.
them right away.
Opportunity treasure. Opportunity treasure. Wall of fire and arcane sigil suddenly lights up below your feet. In a circle all around you, a wall made out of fire starts burning, trapping you inside.
Okay, wall of fire. I don't like this one, but don't be so afraid. Sometimes it will kill a card, but
Run
it
straight through the
usually
fog. Put a
doesn't.
card on the sigil. Select card. Assassinate. Daggers. 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 Plus healing potion. 1 use. Gain 10 health if you are below
Let's-
50% health. Gain 15 health
I'm
instead.
going to-
Item. Uncommon. Treasure.
some
This
reason
card
I
is
have
part
a
of the treasure
bad
pool and can be
feeling
found through
about
various
these
events.
daggers.
Daggers. Plus 1.
That's fine.
Neutral 1. Card alter.
I'll put it
Block.
in my daggers.
Disable. Neutral 1. Gain 3 armor. Action. Common. Armor.
Let's
When
see
dealt
if I
damage. Take
turn
1 less
my
damage. Block.
dagger into something
Daggers.
good.
Plus 1. Neutral 1. Deal star 3 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Life drain. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Ambush triggers whenever it is the first card played of the round. Critical hit. Critical hits deal double damage.
Oh, that is so sweet. I just turned it.
Give me a lot! Give me a Give me a
I just turned my daggers into a life-giving, perfect entity. This means that I will get the life drain effect when my daggers goes off. That's extremely good. I don't need you.
No!
Where is my cha-ching button? I don't see my cha-ching button. Cha-ching button. My cha-ching button is also gone. Luther's gone. My cha-ching button's gone. No. 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 Boy, I can't find any of my stuff today.
Daggers. Daggers. Plus 1. Neutral 1. Deal
Okay.
start block. Disable. Block. Block. Disable. Wall of fire. The card starts absorbing the magic lead. Exploration. Settings.
Alright.
Area status.
Sorry,
Disturbed
I'm
graves.
not prepared
Settings.
today.
Area status. Crimson Graver Ace Suspicious. Church Grim the Hound like fresh grave a rather unremarkable gravestone.
Let's deal with the pain in the butts. Let's
Church
deal
Grim
with
the Hound like
dog.
creature eyes you. Fresh grave a church. Enemy gains disturbed graves enchantment. Enemy gains graveyard shift enchantment. Your turn. Area status. Daggers. Plus 1. Neutral 1. End turn. End turn. End turn. Daggers. Daggers. Assassinate. Surge of dexterity. Gain dex and conjure. Assassinate. Daggers. Plus 1. Bonus. New daggers. Daggers. Enemy takes 12 damage.
Daggers.
Surge of dexterity. Daggers. Plus 1. Neutral 1. Deal star 3 star damage. Assassinate. Dex 1. Deal 4 damage. On hit. Slay your foe if their health is 0 or less. Each point of sinister improves this range by 5. Sinister. Melee action. Rare. On hit. Requires the attack to have hit the target and dealt damage. Sinister. Sinister cards get more powerful for each other sinister card you played during the entire combat.
So, Sinister is a really hard card to work with. There aren't a lot of cards like that, but patience will pay. Patience is a virtue when dealing with a Sinister deck. You're going to want to totally focus on Sinister cards to really make an Assassinate deck work. I've never gotten it to work, but you know, never say never. There's always a first time. Alright, so we are just basically going to just wipe out everything with our daggers. killing quickly is the most merciful and efficient way to play this game. And don't mess around too much because you really can't afford to waste time healing.
Daggers. +1. Neutral. Assassinate. Daggers. End turn. End turn. Daggers. End turn. Player energy. Dex. 2. End turn. Daggers. +1. Neutral 1. Deal star 3-star damage ambush. Assassinate. Dex 1. Daggers. +1. Daggers. Neutral. Area status. Daggers. Daggers. Assassinate. Daggers. Plus. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 3 barrier stacks. Enemy playing cards. Grab a bite. You take 1 damage. You gained 1 doom stacks. Grab a bite. You take 3 damage. You gain 3 doom stacks. Your turn. End turn.
Yeah, this dog is such a
Healing potion.
such a jerk.
Surge of dexterity. Daggers. +1. Bonus. Enemy takes 9 damage. You heal 9 health.
Oh, gotta love that life drain. This weapon I'm gonna build up
Daggers.
as high as I
+1.
can.
Player status. Doom. Daggers. Daggers. Surge of dexterity. Daggers. +1. Nuke. Daggers. +1. Daggers. Healing potion. End turn. You take 2 damage. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 3 barrier stacks. Enemy playing cards. Howl. Terror to your deck. Grab a bite. You take 3 damage. You gain 3 doom stacks. Player your turn. Player energy. Dex. 4. You gain 6 fear stacks.
I hate
End turn.
fear monsters.
Daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. The enemy takes 9 damage. Victory. Next. Player gold 35.
I really hate fear. I hate the way it makes you feel. I hate the way it makes
Area
you
status.
panic.
Player gold 35. Player gold 35. Area status. Enemy status. Settings. Enemy stat. Area status. Enemy status. Disturbed graves. On settings. Enemy status. Enemy status. Area status. Player gold 35. Player gold. Player gold. Area stat. Enemy status. Disturbed graves. Settings. Enemy status. Area status. Character info. Player health 8. Show deck. Next. You gain 2 gold. Exploration. Use weapon power. Shine a strange statue stands out from mini boss abominate. Campsite a brief respite from the perils of adventure.
All right, so we can campsite if we need healing. I do not believe we do, so let's take on the shrine. Shrines are also very important. Great way to power up. I do believe in this particular thing, the people who are humanoids, the people who help you, they're replaced with the merchant. Ugh, I really hate that particular
Mini boss abomination. A
malignancy.
shambling monstrosity roams the graveyard.
It may not even be technically a malignancy, but I just hate when weekly trials turn your characters that you rely on into other characters. It teaches you to, think on your feet. But
Campsite a mini boss abomination. A shambling monstrosity roams the graveyard. Shine a strange statue stands out from its surroundings.
Oh, there's the mini boss. Yes, we want to take that mini boss out before we start dealing with the monsters getting stronger from the gravesites. So take out the mini boss as soon as you can before
Mini
you
boss
make
of shine a strange statue stands out from its shine a strange statue shine of mirrors a strange statue stares at you longingly,
Ooh.
surrounded by various objects that share an exact counterpart amidst the rubble.
Shrine of Mirror is great. It's good to copy potions. It's good to copy strong cards. I'm going to copy that dagger because I want 2 cards giving me
Shine of mirrors.
life
Hand the
drain.
statue a coin. Hand the statue a card.
If you hand the statue a coin, you're going to get nothing but 1 coin. So don't waste your energy. I found out the hard way. Remember, pro tip 2, memorizing every card in this game is truly important.
Hand the statue a card. Select card. Assassinate. Dex 1. Deal 4 daggers. +1. Neutral 1. Deal star 3-star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Ambush triggers whenever it is the first card played of the round. Critical hit. Critical hits deal double damage. Daggers. +1. Neutral 1. Deal star 3-star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Ambush triggers whenever it is the first card played of the round. Critical hit. Critical hits deal double damage. Daggers. +1. Neutral 1. Deal star 3-star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Life drain. Melee basic attack. Card added. Card added. Block. Disabled. Neutral
Alright,
1.
now
Gain 3
we have
armor.
another
Action.
life drain.
Common. Armor. When dealt damage. Take 1 less damage. Block. Disabled. Daggers. +1. Daggers. +1. Neutral. Block. Disabled. Block. Disabled. Daggers. +1. Daggers. +1. Neutral 1. Deal star 3-star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Life drain. Exploration. Set. Area status. Disturbed graves. Undead in the area gain 1 out. Settings. Area status. Fresh grave a rather unremarkable. Crimson grab rubber a suspicious. Campsite a brief respite from the perils of adventure.
Alright, we're still doing good. I'd like to get a
Use
shot
weapon
at the
powers.
mini boss.
Show deck. Player health 85.
Our health is fine. We've
Campsite
only
a brief
lost
respite from the
5
Crimson grab rubber a suspicious figure busy digging a sizable hole. Crimson
let's
grab
see
rubber
what
ace.
the
Enemy
Crimson
gains disturbed
Grabber-
graves enchantment. Enemy gains cowardice enchantment. Your turn. Area status. Disturbed graves. Undead in the area gain 1 out. Assassinate. Dex 1. Deal 4 daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12-star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage. Daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12-star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Life. Healing potion. 1 U. Daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12-star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Area status. Daggers. Enemy takes 12 damage. End turn. Player energy. Dex. End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Shovel strike. You take 3 damage. You gained 1 dazzled stab. Aim and pray. You take 5 damage. Your turn. Daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Ambush triggers with daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Life drain. Enemy takes 12 damage. You heal 12 health.
That's what I was looking for. Keep your health up to the max. If you can use your weapons instead of your resources,
Area
that's
status.
always a good
Disturb.
thing.
Surge of text. Character info. Player health 89. Show deck. Player energy. End turn. Daggers. +1. Daggers. Plus surge of dexterity. End turn. Daggers. +1. Daggers. Plus daggers. New area status. Disturb. Dagger. Character info. Player health. Show deck. Player end turn. Enemy turn. End turn. Enemy playing cards. Shovel strike. You take 3 damage. You gained 1 dazzled stacks. Shovel strike. You take 3 damage. Your current status name. Stack set to 1. Your turn. End turn. Surge of dexterity. Gained daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Life drain. Enemy takes 12 damage. You heal 12. Victory. Next. Next.
Gotta love life drain. It's absolutely
Player gold 37.
fantastic.
Next. You gain 3 gold. Exploration. Area status. Area status. Settings. Area status. Skullwing moth the bony moth. Fresh grave rather on campsite a brief respite from the perils of adventure. Fresh grave rather. Skullwing moth the bony moth is barely able to lift its weight. Skullwing moth the bone. Enemy gains disturbed graves enchantment. Your turn. Area status. Daggers. +1. Neutral 1. Deals daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star dagger. End turn. Player energy. Dex. Show deck. Player health 90. Show deck.
Our
Player
health is
energy.
next.
End turn. Daggers. Enemy takes 12 damage. You heal 12 health. Daggers. +1. Neutral
We don't
1.
need to
Surge of
worry about
dexterity.
too much.
Surge of dexterity. Gain deck healing potion. Daggers. Neutral. Area status. Daggers. Healing. Surge of dexterity. Daggers. Surge of dexterity. Healing potion. Daggers. Plus end turn. Enemy turn. End turn. Enemy playing cards. Buzz bite. You gain 2 infected stacks. Buzz bite. You gain 2 infected stacks. Your turn. End turn. Assassinate. Dex 1. Daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Enemy takes 12 damage. Daggers. +1. Daggers. Plus player status. Infected. Daggers. 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 Assassinate. Deck. End turn. You take 4 damage. You take 4 damage. You take 4 damage. You take 4 damage. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Buzz bite. You gain 2 infected stacks. Buzz bite. You gain 2 infected stacks. Your turn.
So I really
End turn.
hate those infection stacks.
Daggers.
They can get
+1.
nasty.
Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Surge of dexterity. Gain deck daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Surge of dexterity. Assassinate. Dex 1. Player status. Infected. Stacks 8 whenever you
We
daggers.
didn't get any life
Enemy
drain.
takes 12 damage. Victory. Next. Next.
I was hoping we'd get a life drain to finish ourselves
Player
off
gold
and
40.
top off.
Next. Exploration. Use weapon power stealthy weapon. Campsite a brief respite from the perils of mini boss abomination. Fresh grave a rather unremarkable gravestone.
Okay, there's the mini
Character
boss. I'm gonna
character
take it
info.
out.
Player health. Show deck. Player health 74.
Our health is a little lower, but you want to
Show
take
deck.
out the mini
Cards
boss.
currently in deck 10.
Let's use
Use weapon
our
power stealthy weapon.
power.
Use your weapon power to stun your next foe and steal a potion.
Get a head start on the mini boss. That's always a good strategy. Pro tip number 3: take out bosses as fast as you can. Use everything at your disposal.
Campsite
Don't
a brief
pull
respite
back.
from the perils of adventure. Character info. Campsite a brief rest. Player gold 43. Campsite a mini boss fresh grave a rather mini boss abomination. Mini boss abomination. Enemy gains disturbed graves enchantment. Enemy gains falling apart enchantment. Your turn. Enemy gained 1 stun stacks. Healing potion. 1 use. Gain 10 health if you are below 50% health. Daggers. +1. Healing potion. End turn. Healing potion. Daggers. Surge of dexterity. Daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Life drain. Melee basic attack. Enemy takes 12 damage.
There we go.
You heal 12 health. Surge of dexterity.
Love that
Gain dex and
life
conjure
drain.
daggers. +1. Neutral 1. Deal daggers. Neutral 1. Daggers. Surge of dexterity. Daggers. Surge of daggers. +1. Neutral daggers. Plus healing potion. You heal 10 health. Daggers. +1. Neutral 1. Deal start
Now
end
we're
turn.
maxed up.
Daggers. +1. Daggers. +1. Daggers. Neutral 1. Daggers. Neutral. Area status. Daggers. 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 End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Your turn. End turn. Daggers. +1. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star. End turn. Player energy. Show deck. Player health 90.
And we're
Show
back
deck.
to max
Player
health.
energy. Deck. End turn. Daggers. +1, bonus. Neutral 1, healing potion. Daggers, +1, bonus. Enemy takes 12 damage.
He should almost be
Assassinate.
down.
Dex 1. Deal 4 damage.
He has
On
a-
hit. Slay your foe if
many
their health is 0 or
bosses
less.
have
Each
a
point
lot
of sinister
more
improves
health than
area
regular
status.
bosses.
Disturb great. Enemy status. Disturb area assassin. Daggers. Healing potion. Daggers. End turn. Player energy. Dex. Show deck. Cards currently in Dex 0. Player health 90.
Okay. Sorry when I talk over voiceover. I'm just doing that because I'm in a hurry. As far as bosses go, mini bosses can be troublesome and sometimes have a lot more health than you think.
Show deck. Player energy. Deck. End turn. Daggers. +1. End turn. Player energy. Dex. 4. End turn. Daggers. Healing potion. Daggers. +1. Assassinate. Dex 1. Deal 4. Area status. Disturb. Assassinate. Dex 1. Deal 4 damage. Enemy takes 4 damage. Player energy. Show deck. Player health. Character info. Character info. Player health. Show deck. Player energy. End turn. Enemy turn. End turn. Enemy playing cards. Grimhook. You take 6 damage. Bone Knuckles. You take 2 damage. Enemy gain 2 armor stacks. You take 2 damage. Enemy gain 2 armor stacks. Your turn. End turn. Daggers. +1. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Life drain. Enemy takes 8 damage. You heal 8 health. Daggers. +1. Neutral 1. Deal star 3 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Daggers. +1. Neutral 1. Deal star 3 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Life drain. Melee basic attack. Enemy takes 3 damage. You heal 3 health. Daggers. +1. Assassinate. Dex 1. I don't have enough energy to play daggers. +1. Area status. Daggers. Assassin. Daggers. End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing card. Bone Knuckles. You take 2 damage. Enemy gain 2 armor stacks. You take 2 damage. Enemy gain 2 armor stacks. Grimhook. You take 6 damage. Your turn. End turn.
Yeah, he
Daggers.
hits hard.
+1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Surge of dexterity. Surge of dexterity. Healing potion. 1. Area status. Disturb daggers. Enemy takes 8 damage. Surge of dexterity. Surge of dexterity. Gain dex and conjure. Healing potion. Daggers. Neutral 1. Area status. Daggers. Healing. Surge of daggers. Plus surge of dexterity. Healing potion. Daggers. Plus end turn. Enemy turn. End turn. Enemy playing cards. Stitch limb. Enemy heals 5. Bone Knuckles. You take 2 damage. Enemy gain 2 armor stacks. You take 2 damage. Enemy gain 2 armor stacks. Your turn. End turn. Assassinate. Dex 1. Daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Healing potion. Daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Area status. Disturb graves. On daggers. Enemy takes 8 damage. Player energy. Dex. 4. End turn. Assassinate. Dex 1. Deal. Enemy takes 4 damage. Healing potion. Daggers. End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Stitch limb. Enemy heals 5. Bone Knuckles. You take 2 damage. Enemy gain 2 armor stacks. You take 2 damage. Enemy gain 2 armor stacks. Your turn. End turn. Daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Life drain. Melee. Enemy takes 8 damage. You heal 8 health.
Perfect. That's
Daggers.
what I love. Life
+1.
training.
Neutral 1. Deal star 3 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Daggers. +1. Neutral 1. Deal star 3 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Life drain. Enemy takes 3 damage. You heal 3 health. Area status. Disturb. Surge of dexterity. Daggers. +1. Surge of dexterity. Daggers. +1. Neutral 1. End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Stitch limb. Enemy heals 5. Grimhook. You take 6 damage. Your turn. Daggers. +1. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Surge of dexterity. Daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Life drain. Enemy takes 12 damage. You heal 12 health.
Oh, that's really getting through. So this boss loves to block up, which means get more armor. It loves to heal for small incremental amounts, and it also loves to take advantage of anger, and it loves to turtle. All the worst things for you if you're a glass
Assassinate.
cannon.
Dex 1. Deal. Area status. Disturb. Assassinate. Enemy takes 4 damage. Player energy. End turn. End. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Bone Knuckle. You take 2 damage. Enemy gain 2 armor stacks. You take 2 damage. Enemy gain 2 armor stacks. Stitch limb. Enemy heals 5. Your turn. End turn. Daggers. +1. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Life drain. Melee basic. Enemy takes 8 damage. You heal 8 health. Surge of dexterity. Daggers. +1. Healing potion. 1 use. Daggers. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Area status. Disturbed graves. Undead daggers. Healing potion. Daggers. Daggers. End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Stitch limb. Enemy heals 5. Grimhook. You take 6 damage. Your turn. Enter. Daggers. +1. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Healing potion. 1 use. Gain 10. Surge of dexterity. Gain assassinate. Bonus. Daggers. +1. Assassinate. Bonus. Dex 1. Deal 4 damage. On hit. Slay your foe if their health is 15 or less. Each point of sinister improves this range by 5. Sinister. Melee action. Rare. On hit. Requires the attack to have hit the target and dealt damage. Sinister. Sinister cards get more powerful for each other sinister card you played during the entire combat. Surge of dexterity. Assassinate. Bonus. Dex 1. Deal 4 damage. On hit. Slay your foe if their health is 15 or less. Each enemy takes 4 damage.
Yes.
You gain 25 gold. Victory. Next.
Ooh,
Next.
you get 25 gold for an assassinate. Ooh, baby goat loves assassinate. Yeah, assassinate's absolutely amazing. If you can get it to work. It's really
Player
hard
gold
to pull
68.
it off.
Area status. Player gold 68. Next. Show deck. Player health 84.
84 health, only down 6 health. We should level up very soon. We're doing good on money, so we don't have to worry about enchantment. So really, the only thing we're going to be using our money for is buying cards and improving our weapon level
Area status.
upgrades.
Character and character info. Player health 8. Show deck. Next. You gain 8 gold. Select a card to add to your deck. Skippable. Skip rewards.
Cool. We do get a card, but it will be a normal card, so no lucky legendaries or rares.
Area status. Disturbed graves. Undead. Character info. Player health 8. Show deck. Skip reward. Player gold 7. Area status. Enemy status. Enemy status. Reconnaissance. Foretell 5. Ambush. Draw a card. Action. Common. Foretell. Look at the top X cards of your deck. Put one on top, and the others at the bottom of your deck. Ambush. Ambush triggers whenever it is the first card played of the round.
I'm not a big fan of reconnaissance, though there are some decks it can be quite effective in. But I won't
Rabbit
be
foot.
picking that up.
Dex 1. Activate. Conjure a lucky coin. Coins deal additional damage equal to this card's durability. For durability. Equipment. Common. Unique. You can only play one card with this name per combat. All enchantments are unique.
A rabbit foot is really strong in a certain kind of deck if you're really into
Reconnaissance.
magic coins.
Rabbit foot. Dex 1. Activate. Conjure a lucky coin. Coins deal additional damage equal to this card's durability. For durability. Equipment. Common. Unique. You can only play one card with this name per combat. All enchantments are unique.
Nope.
Ball. Draw 3 cards. Gain 1 dazed. Action. Common. Dazed. When playing a card, decrease dazed by 1. When dazed reaches 0, gain stunned. Dazed fades at the end of the turn.
Daze is really good, but it does stun you. So if you can finish the enemy off, Daze can be good. I've not had much success using Daze, so
Add reconnaissance to deck. Add rabbit foot to deck. Add reconnaissance to deck. Vault. Draw 3. Add reconnaissance to deck. Vault. Rabbit foot. Reconnaissance. Foretell 5. Ambush. Draw a card. Action. Common. Foretell. Look at the top X cards of your deck. Put one on top, and the others at the bottom of your deck. Ambush. Ambush triggers whenever it enemy status. Falling apart. At the start of your turn. Area status. Character info. Player health 84. Show deck. Skip rewards. No, Abomination the massive rotting flesh collapses onto the mossy ground. Some of the stitched sinew twitches, as if ready to rise once more without a moment's notice. Look closely.
and here's the cool thing about rogues. We can find little treasures on
Leap.
bodies.
Look closely. Abomination in the back of the monstrosity. 2 ruby daggers are firmly planted in its back.
I'll take
Try the daggers
those,
free.
please.
Abomination 2 ruby hilted daggers pierce the back of the fallen monster. Looking closely, you can see that the strikes were precise and the cause of this undead's first death. Pulling the daggers from the back of the corpse, you continue on your way. Continue. Daggers upgraded. Daggers upgraded. Daggers upgraded. Daggers upgraded. Exploration. Fresh grave, a rather unremarkable gravestone.
Oh, we upgraded daggers. We didn't get the rubies. Usually, I thought when you take the daggers, you get the rubies, but maybe I did something different. I like the gold.
Campsite a brief
better.
respite from the perils of ad. Campsite a brief respite from the area status. Disturbed graves. Undead in the area gain 1 anger for every grave you disturb.
We have to do a campsite.
Fresh grave character info. Player gold 76. Player health show deck. Player health 84.
We'll have
Fresh grave
to
a rather
give
unremarkable gravestone.
Oh, wait. We can
Campsite
do
a
the
brief
grave
respite from the
site. Let's do
fresh grave a rather unremarkable gravestone. Fresh
do
grave a
fresh
rather
grave.
undisturbed grave a rather open the grave. Undisturbed grave you dig into the shallow grave, quickly uncovering a small stash of
We
items.
might get a legendary. We might
Continue.
get a legendary.
Card added. Card added. Exploration. Block. Daggers. Sharpening stone. Neutral 1. 1 use.
Ooh.
Upgrade the next basic attack you play by 2. Grounded. Item. Uncommon. Treasure. This card is part of the treasure pool and can be
Very
found through
good.
various events. Grounded. Grounded cards can't be altered, copied or imbued.
That's going to upgrade one of our daggers.
Area status.
Very
Disturbed
good.
graves. Settings. Area status. Campsite A brief restless school brains. Campsite A brief respite from the pair. Restless school brains. Brains. Restless school brain. Enemy gains disturbed grades enchantment. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Area status. Disturbed grades. Stacks 1 undead in the area gain 1 anger. Daggers. +3. Neutral 1. Deal star 16 star damage ambush. Deal 3. Enemy takes 16 damage. You heal 16 health. Assassinate. Dex 1. Deal 4 damage. On hit. Sharpening stone. Neutral 1. You gain sharpening stone enchantment. Daggers. +1. Neutral 1. Deal star 3 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Ambush triggers whenever it is the first card played of the round. Critical hit. Critical hits deal double damage.
I want to upgrade a
Assassinate. Dex 1. Deal 4 damage. On hit. Slay your foe if their health is 0 or less. Each point of Sinister improves this range by 5. Sinister. Melee action. Rare. I don't have enough energy to play this card. Daggers. +1. Neutral 1. Assassinate. Daggers. +1. Player status. Sharpening. Daggers. Daggers. End turn.
I'll wait till I
Enemy
get a
turn.
legendary dagger and upgrade
Enemy playing
it.
card. Vile Bite. You take 4 damage. You gained 1 poison stacks. Your turn. End turn. Daggers. +1. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Daggers. +3. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 16 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Ambush triggers whenever it is the first card. Daggers. +1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Life drain. Enemy takes 12 damage. Victory. Next. Area status. Disturbed grade. Stats 1 undead in the area gain 1 anger for every grave you disturbed.
And we leveled up.
Enemy status. Area status. Character info. Player gold. Player health. Show deck. Next. Level up. Pick a talent. Reroll button for Shredder.
Okay, Shredder. Let's check out our talent options.
Reroll button for Shredder. Select Shredder. Replace your weapon and basic attacks with Shredder axes. You gain access to more powerful performances.
I'm not really going to be into performances, so I will not be taking
Reroll button for Deadly
Shredder.
Accuracy. Select Deadly Accuracy. Your ranged actions deal additional damage equal to twice your dexterity. 2.
I don't remember if daggers are melee or if they are ranged. I think they are melee.
Reroll button for Devotion. Select Devotion. Gain access to holy cards. Add a prayer card to your deck.
One of the things you should do, pro tip 4, is always make sure you know which your weapon is melee or ranged. Makes a big difference in what talent you select.
Reroll button for Devotion.
Let's reroll
Reroll.
Devotion.
3 rerolls remaining.
I don't need that. I hate Holy Rogues. I've tried it.
Select Deadly Accuracy. Your ranged actions deal additional damage. Reroll button for Repetition. Select Repetition whenever you play a card with the same name of a card you've already played this turn. Gain 1 momentum.
Momentum is really good in certain classes like Seekers. I have not. Sometimes I make some really good momentum rogues, but I don't think I'm rolling.
Reroll button for Repetition.
Today.
Select Deadly Accuracy. Your ranged actions deal. Reroll button for Deadly Act. Select Shredder. Replace your weapon and basic attack. Reroll button for Shredder.
Let's
Reroll. 2 rerolls
Shredder.
remaining. Reroll button for Jack of all trades. Select Jack of all trades whenever you add a card to your deck. Convert its energy cost to neutral.
I don't need that. But if I wanted to add cards with intelligence and strength, I can make them neutral, which means I could use them. I'm not really feeling like this rogue's gonna be using those.
Reroll button for Jack of all trades.
Let's reroll.
Reroll.
Jack
1
of all
rerolls remaining.
trades.
Select Survival Instincts. Heal 5% of your maximum health at the start of combat.
That's really useful, which means we're healing a lot. But then comes a point where you become way too dependent on it, and you trade healing for.
Reroll button for Deadly Accuracy. Select Deadly Accuracy. Your ranged actions. Reroll button for Deadly Accuracy.
Let's reroll.
Reroll. 0 rerolls remaining. Select Repetition whenever you play a card with. Select Gilded Prestige at the start of your turn. Conjure a lucky coin. Your lucky coins gain persistent.
Oh God. They want to keep giving me lucky coins, but I don't like.
Select Survival Instincts. Select Survival Instincts. Heal 5%. Select Guild. Select Repetition whenever you play a card with the same name of a card you've already played this turn. Gain 1 momentum.
I'm sorry. There's nothing really good here.
Select Survival Instincts. Heal 5% of your maximum health at the start of combat.
We'll just take Survival Instincts.
Select Survival Instincts. Heal 5% of your maximum health at the start of Exploration. Use weapon power. Stealthy weapon. Use your weapon power to Broken Grave and Old and Broken Gravestone. Campsite A brief respite. Campsite A brief respite from the campsite. Broken Grave and Old and Broken Gravestone.
We're opening up all these stupid.
Campsite A broken grave and old and broken gravestone. Broken grave and old and broken tombstone. Broken tombstone. A broken gravestone has scattered its rubble over a soft patch of soil. Open the grave.
Let's open it.
Broken tombstone. You dig into the shallow grave, quickly uncovering a small stash of items. Continue. Card added. Card added. Block. Disabled. Neutral 1. Gain 3 armor.
Be a legendary,
Block.
please.
Daggers. Daggers. Sharpening stone. Stash of weapons. Neutral 2. Conjure 3 random free basic attacks. Valuable. Item. Rare. Treasure. This card is part of the treasure pool and can be found through various events. Conjure. Creates a temporary card that is removed after combat. Valuable. This card adds double its merchant value to the final score.
Stash of weapons is great. It's easy card to upgrade. Also, use it for your final score. And it's a card you can trade to the merchant and upgrade it. Turns into a lot of good things. You'll get a chance to experience this because the first thing I'm going to do is turn Stash of Weapons into an upgraded legendary. Well, I'm going to upgrade it to
Stash of weapons.
legendary.
Neutral 2. Broken tombstone as you pry the trinket. Continue.
Oh, we
Enemy
got
gains
a-
disturbed graves enchantment. Enemy gain 2 anger stacks. You heal 5 health. Your turn. Enemy status. Area status. Disturbed graves. Stacks 1 undead in the area, gain 1 anger for every grave you disturbed. Daggers. Plus character info. Character info. Player health 95. Show deck. Player energy. End turn. Daggers. Plus 3. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 16. Enemy takes 16 damage. Stash of weapons. Neutral 2. Conjure 3 random. Daggers. Plus 3. Healing potion. Daggers. Plus 1. Area status. Daggers. Healing. Daggers. Stash of weapons. End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing card. Vile Bite. You take 5 damage. You gained 1 poison stack. Vile Bite. You take 5 damage. You gained 1 poison stack. Your turn.
Asshole.
End
I
turn.
hate these
Daggers.
animals.
Plus 3. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 16 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Life drain. Melee. Enemy takes 16 damage. Victory. Next. Next.
I swear to God, getting life drain so early and duplicating it, it's really not even fair to the enemy. I am literally handing them
Player
their
gold 76.
ass.
Next. Show deck. Player health 95.
We're doing good. Our maximum health, I do believe, is now 95.
Show deck. Card next. And deck 11. Next. You gain 2 gold. Exploration. Use weapon power. Enemy aura. Graveyard. Area status. Settings. Area status. Campsite a brief. Church Grim the Hound like. Campsite a brief respite from the perils of adventure.
Gonna get
Church
rid
Grim the
of
Hound
all
like
the
creature eyes you
dogs.
warily.
Or I could reset the anger, but I'm not hurt, so
Campsite
I'll
a
just deal with
Church
the
Grim the
dog.
Hound like Church Grim the Hound like Enemy gains disturbed graves enchantment. Enemy gains graveyard shift enchantment. Enemy gain 2 anger stacks. You heal 5 health. Your turn.
Release the
Assassinate. Dex 1.
hounds!
Deal 4 damage. On hit. Slay your foe if their health is. Stash of weapons. Neutral 2. Daggers. Plus 1. Bonus. Enemy takes 12 damage. Daggers. Plus 3. Area status. Daggers. Stash of weapons. Neutral. Assassinate. Enemy takes 4 damage. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 3 barrier stacks. Enemy playing card. Howl. Terror it to your deck. Grab a bite. You take 3 damage. You gain 3 doom stacks. Player energy. Your turn.
One
Player
of the
energy.
best things Rick Vander Waal, the developer of Dawncaster, created for those of you in the blind and visually impaired gamer community is that when a card has got its special conditions met, it will say bonus on it. Now that's something he especially put in the game for blind gamers, so that you would know a card was ready to activate its special skill, even if you weren't reading the card and knowing when it was ready, which puts you on the same par as sighted gamers. That's the kind of thing I really appreciate about Rick Vander Waal. He really cares about our community and makes sure that we can activate and use cards correctly. So that's one of the most fantastic things about Dawncaster. Say what you will about it, those of you who don't like complex games, but what Dawncaster lacks in excitability and makes up for streamlined, clean, smooth, understandable, and accessible gameplay.
End turn. Daggers. Plus 3. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 16 star. Enemy takes 13 damage. Victory. Next. Player gold 78.
Okay, cool. We're doing really good.
Area
Money's
status.
building
Disturbed
up a
great.
little
Enemy
too.
status. Area stat. Character info. Player health. Show deck. Next. You gain 3 gold. Exploration. Use weapon. Use weapon. Campsite a brief respite from the peril. Fancy tombstone a wrap. Campsite a brief respite from the perils of adventure.
Okay, let's open
Fancy
up
tombstone a campsite a fancy tombstone a rather fancy tombstone a fancy tombstone. Pry the grave open. You gain 24 gold. Fancy tombstone. You dig into the shallow grave, quickly uncovering a small stash of lead. Exploration. Area status. Disturbed grave.
We got
Stacks
a
3 undead in
little
the
bit
area. Gain
more
1 anger for
money.
every grave you disturbed.
We're getting a little closer to the
Settings.
end of the zone.
Area status. Campsite a brief rest. Boss the pale ward in the enemy aura. Death calling. At the start of the turn, inflict 1
All
vulnerable.
right. I think we're almost good. Let's take out the boss and
Character
we'll end
info.
this episode.
Character info. Player health 95.
Because I don't want to try to push too much past this because Bright Kindle's no big deal. So basically, I'm just trying to give you as much as a mini tutorial as I can about the zone. Those of you who've heard me play this game many, many times know I've gone through every zone painstakingly and explained every detail and nuance. But yeah, I do like reiterating. I do like talking about it again for new players to Dawncaster. Of course, if you're looking to pick up the game yourself, you can check out my description. You can find a link to it. You can also support me on PayPal and soon Cash App. And of course, don't forget to rate Dawncaster 5 stars in the App Store. Make the
Campsite a brief respite from the perils of enemy aura. Death. Boss the pale ward in the grim figure treats its graveyard like a prison.
Let's activate our
Character info.
weapon.
Character info. Player health 95. Show deck. Use weapon power. Stealthy weapon. Use your weapon power to stun your next foe and steal a potion. Campsite a brief respite from the enemy aura. Death boss the pale ward in the grim figure. Boss the pale ward in the grim. Enemy gains disturbed graves enchantment. Enemy gains death calling enchantment. Enemy gained 3 anger stacks. You heal 5 health. Your turn. Enemy gained 1 stun stacks. Life drinker venom. 1 use. Gain health equal to the next damage you
we got
deal.
a life
Item.
drinker
Rare.
potion,
Daggers. Plus 3.
cool.
Bonus. Neutral 1.
We're not
Deal
really
star healing
hurt,
potion.
though.
1 use. Gain 10 health if you daggers. Plus 3. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 16 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic life drink. End turn. Player energy. Show deck. Player health 95. Show deck. Player energy. End turn. Life drinker venom. 1 use. Gain daggers.
Let's just hurt
Plus 3.
him.
Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 16 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and enemy takes 16 damage. Healing potion. 1 use.
And
Gain 10 health if you are
let's
life drinker
activate
venom.
life
You gain
drinker.
life drinker venom enchantment. Daggers. Plus assassinate. Dex 1. Deal 4 damage. Daggers. Plus 1 player status. Daggers. Daggers. Healing potion. End turn. Enemy turn. You gained 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy playing cards. Your turn.
Now this boss
Enter.
can hit hard,
Daggers.
so be careful.
Plus 1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Surge of dexterity. Gain surge of dexterity. Gain dex and conjure a basic attack. Action. Common.
He doesn't
Conjure.
sound like he
Daggers.
wants to hit
Plus
me.
surge of dexterity. Gain dex and conjure a basic attack. Surge of dexterity. Surge of dexterity.
I'm gonna save
Daggers.
my
Plus
healing.
surge of dexterity. Daggers. Plus 3. Neutral. Daggers. Plus 3. Daggers. Daggers. Neutral. Player status. Daggers. 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 End turn.
I'm just gonna wait for
Enemy
him to
turn.
hit me.
You gain 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy playing cards. Drain essence. You take 12 damage. Enemy heals 12. Bone armor. Enemy gain 10 armor stacks.
There
Grim
we
reaping.
go.
You take 10 damage. Discarded stash of weapons. Show deck. Your turn.
Whoa!
Player energy.
22 points
Dex.
of damage.
5.
He was waiting for me, but I see I held off all
End
my
turn.
superpower.
Healing potion. 1. Assassinate. Dex 1. Deal 4 daggers. Plus 3. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 16 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Life drain. Melee. Enemy takes 6 damage. You heal 6 health. You heal 6 health.
I
Assassinate.
healed
Dex
6.
1. Deal 4 damage. On hit. Daggers. Daggers. Player status. Daggers. Daggers. Assassinate. Enemy takes 4 damage.
I will of course put assassinate on. I will put it so that it is always present. You can get a. You can upgrade cards so that they remain persistent, and that's really cool. Persistent is great because then you always have the cards you need
Healing potion.
ready.
End turn.
I'm gonna hit him hard again.
Enemy turn.
Wait
You
till
gain
my
1 vulnerable
life drinks
stacks.
come
Enemy
up.
playing cards. Drain essence. You take 13 damage. Enemy heals 13. Entomb. To forward it to your deck. End
Wow,
turn. Your
he's
turn.
really being nasty.
You
He's
gain
hitting
a
like
surge
a
of dexterity.
truck.
Gain dex and daggers. Plus 3. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 16 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Life drain. Makes enemy takes 16 damage. You heal 16 health. Terror.
Still ahead of
On draw. Gain 8 fear. Daggers. Plus 1. Neutral 1. Player status. Vulnerable. Daggers. Plus 1. Neutral 1. Deal star 3 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Surge of dexterity. Daggers. Plus 1. Neutral 1. Deal star 3 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Surge of dexterity. Daggers. Plus 1. Neutral 1. Deal star 3 star damage
Yeah,
ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and
this
critical
is not
hit.
a good
Melee
matchup
basic
for
attack.
me.
Common. End turn. Daggers. Daggers. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Daggers. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Player status. Daggers. Dagger. Dagger. End turn.
I don't have very many defenses yet.
Enemy turn. You gained 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy playing cards. Bone armor. Enemy gained 9 armor stacks. Entomb. To lower it to your deck. End turn. Your turn.
Ooh, he's got tons of
You gain 10
armor.
fear stacks. Enter. I've reached my maximum energy. I've reached my maximum energy. Daggers. Plus 1. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 12 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Terror. On draw. Gain 10 fear. Stash of weapons. Neutral 2. Conjure 3 random. Surge of dexterity. Gain daggers. Plus 3. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 16 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Life drain. Enemy takes 7 damage. You heal 7 health. Daggers. Plus 1.
Nice.
Neutral 1. Terror.
Let's get stash
Stash
up.
of weapons. Terror. Stash of weapons. Neutral 2. Surge of dexterity. End turn. Daggers. Plus 1. End turn. Daggers. Stash of weapons. Daggers. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage ambush. Deal 3 extra
Every
damage
bit
and
of
sham share.
damage counts.
Deal 3 enemy takes 3 damage. Ritual totem. Quarterstaff. Deal 2 enemy takes 2 damage. End turn. Player energy. Dex. End turn. Daggers. Plus 1. Neutral 1. Deal star 3 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic daggers. Neutral 1. Ritual totem. Deals enemy takes 6 damage. You gain totem of defiance enchantment. Daggers. Plus 1. Neutral daggers. Player status. Fear. Daggers. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Daggers. End turn. Enemy turn.
Doing
You
good.
gain 1 vulnerable
We're
stack.
ahead of
Enemy
him in
playing card.
damage.
Drain essence. You take 15 damage. Enemy heals 15. Entomb.
Ow.
To lower it to your deck. End turn. Your turn. You gained 1 armor stacks. You gain 12 fear
I
stacks.
hate this guy.
Surge of dexterity. Daggers. Plus 3. Bonus. Neutral 1. Deal star 16 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Life drain. Melee. Enemy takes 16 damage. You heal 16 health.
We're taking away his healing. We're
Terror.
gaining our health
On draw.
back.
Daggers. +3. Player status. Vulnerable. Daggers. +3. Neutral 1. Deal star 5 star damage ambush. Deal 3 extra damage and critical hit. Melee basic attack. Common. Ambush. Assassinate. Dex 1. Deal 4 damage. Surge of dexterity. Assassinate. Dex 1. Deal 4
Trying
damage.
to hit
End
him
turn.
hard.
Player energy. Dex 8.
I got 8 energy. I'm gonna have to just use these basic weapons
End turn.
with no power-ups.
Assassinate. Dex 1. Daggers. Enemy takes 5 damage. Player status. Vulnerable. Daggers. Neutral. Enemy takes 2 damage. Assassinate. Dex 1. Player status. Assassinate. Enemy takes 4 damage. You get victory. Next.
Ooh, can't believe I got the lucky hit. Killed him with Assassinate. Yeah, I don't think it activated its special, but yeah, I had to just hit him with everything I got. And yes, I know I'm too lazy
Show deck.
to check
Cards.
it out.
Player health 95. Show
Okay,
deck.
we're doing
Cards
good.
currently in deck 11. Player health 95. Player gold 100. Character info. Area status. Character info. Player gold 100. Player health 9. Show deck. Next. You gain 6 gold. Select a card to add to your deck. Skippable. Skip reward. Area status. Disturb graves. Enemy status.
expect
Rabbit foot.
much.
Dex 1. Activate. Conjure a lucky coin.
Again?
Coins deal additional damage equal to this card's durability. For durability. Equipment. Double tap. Dex 2. Deal 3 damage twice. Ambush. Gain ferocity for each
That's
damage
our
dealt.
channel
Ranged
name.
action. Common.
Thanks, Rick.
Ferocity. Your next critical hit deals 1 additional damage and heals you for 1 health per stack of ferocity. On hit. Requires the attack to have hit the target and dealt damage. Ambush. Ambush triggers whenever it is the
Double
first card
tap
played of the round.
works really good
Withering
with
touch.
crits.
Inflict 3 poison synergy. Inflict 3 more. Action. Common. Poison. After playing a card, take 1 damage, then decrease poison by 1. When gaining health, prevent 1 health per stack and reduce poison by 1 for each health prevented. Synergy. Effects with synergy trigger whenever you play a non-conjured card of the same type while this card is in hand. The card's type is found at the bottom of the card.
Synergy and poison, they're slow kills, and it's really hard to stay alive with those until you get really high up there. We're going to go for double tap. That seems like a great card. So for this card,
Double tap. Dex to withering top. Add rabbit foot to deck. Add double tap to deck. Enemy status. Anger. Rabbit. Wardens fall. The pale figure falls to the cold ground. Wardens fall. The pale figure falls to the cold ground with a loud howl, leaving only the tattered robes and a large iron key behind. For a moment, the sky lights up as dozens of souls rise from their graves, free of the clutches of the warden and its grave-filled prison.
okay, we made it through this zone.
Explore
which
the
is
area
really
some more.
cool.
To Brycondle. Explore the area some more. Exploration. Use weapon power. Stealthy weapon. Use your show deck. Player health 95.
We're at max health, so we can actually remove a card we don't want, but we don't have any cards
Show
to
deck.
remove.
Cards
so
currently in deck 12. Use weapon power. Stealthy weapon. Use your leave area. Leave this area. Campsite. A brief respite from the perils of Campsite. A brief respite. Campfire. A warm fire and
Just in
Campfire. A warm.
case,
Remove the card.
I'll heal.
Heal 20%. You heal 19 health. Exploration. Show deck. Show deck. Player health 95. Show deck.
Yeah, we're at
Use
max
weapon
health.
power. Stealth. Leave area. Leave this area. Campsite. A brief respite from area status. Disturb graves. Stacks 3 undead in the area. Gain 1 anger for every grave you
we were
disturb.
so strong, we didn't really need the campsites much. But if we had gotten a bad card, we could have removed them. But yeah, that's it. We're done with this zone. We're going to wrap it up. That was really good. We'll call this part 1. I actually might record a little bit more and see how far we can go with our assassination rogue in our weekly trial. We'll call this part 1. I don't know. You all know I don't always get back to the weekly trials because I want to do the new weekly trials. But yeah, that was really, really fun. It was really good to break it down. And I hope some of my tutorial was useful. But that's going to wrap it up for us today, folks. Thank you for joining us here in the world of Dawncaster as the heroes of Dawn have prepared their beds, drinking their rum, enjoying pleasant company of whatever persuasion, gender, and type they like, and they prepare for their slumber, while the creatures of night have risen from their slumber and prepare to ravage the lands, and the darkness of their demonic energy rages. But until next time, folks, enjoy the rest of your day in your version of the Shattered Realms, and take care.